Tua Tagovailoa has been questioned more times than most would stay standing for. Not just about his ability to lead, but about whether he should even be on a football field at all. That kind of doubt doesn't just hover, it clings. And yet, somehow, he's still standing. Not just standing, moving, pushing, evolving into something different, something heavier than stats and expectations. After the concussions, 2022 first, then again in 2024, everything changed. The conversations weren't about his reads or arm strength. They were about his brain, his future, his life. People weren't debating passer rating. They were wondering if he should walk away for good. That's a different weight. And maybe it's that weight that made this offseason different from the rest. This wasn't a tune-up. This was a shift. You watch him now, it's not the same. Something cracked open. There's a presence that wasn't always there. Before he fit into the role. Now he's pressing into it. The teammates see it. They're not vague about it either. They talk about confidence, like it's something you can touch. Jalen Waddle, he's coming out different. Says it like it's obvious. There's mention of hair dye, sure, but that's just surface. What he's really saying is, Tua's owning space he used to shrink in. That's not nothing. That matters. Because if you've watched this team long enough, you know there were moments, plenty, where it felt like he was holding back. Like he knew the play, but wasn't sure it was his place to command it. Not anymore. That hesitancy. Gone. There's a tone now. Not loud. Not theatrical. But firm. Austin Jackson didn't talk like a teammate trying to be nice. He said Tua knows what we're doing. No stuttering around it. He knows how to unite guys. There it is. That's not about the playbook. That's about posture. That's about walking into the room and everyone knowing who's steering. You don't get that overnight. You earn it in silence. Reps no one sees. Conversations no one hears. Hours no one tracks. And you only get it when people believe you've been through enough to carry it. Mike McDaniel saw it on the field. He talked about ownership. Said Tua was the guy aligning others on double motions in non-passing downs. Think about that. When most QBs zone out or stay passive, Tua's realigning guys. Adjusting movement, correcting details. That's not just memorizing the book. That's living in it. That's quarterbacking beyond the snap. And McDaniel didn't deliver it like a coach stretching to sound optimistic. He sounded like someone watching a player transform in real time. The phrasing wasn't accidental. Most ownership of all the players. That's the kind of thing coaches reserve for guys who show up different. Guys who don't just play the game but run it. So why now? What changed? Could be age. Could be desperation. Could be that moment when a player looks at everything he almost lost and finally realizes what he's still holding. He's 27 this season. That age where you're not a kid in the locker room anymore, but still young enough to sprint, throw, and see 3 steps ahead. Maybe that's the timing. Maybe the concussion stories, the debates, the media spins, the fear finally pushed him to stop performing and start owning. It's not just about being named starter. It's about what that means after everything. After nearly losing it. He's not playing to prove a point anymore. He's playing like he has one shot to build the thing he's supposed to be leading. The numbers? They're solid. You've seen them. 68.1% completion over 5 years. More than 15,500 yards. A clean 100 touchdowns. League-leading stats in 2023 and 2024. Those metrics are easy to rattle off. But they never told the full story. They never showed the quiet panic when his head hit turf. They never showed the recovery days, the medical evaluations, the moments he must have stared into the unknown wondering if it was over. And maybe that's where the real story lives. Not in the passes completed, but in the space between doubt and conviction. Because this season isn't about whether he can play. It's about whether he can lead this team past the wall they keep hitting. Buffalo isn't going away. The Jets aren't waiting. And Miami's tired of watching windows open and shut before the breeze even hits. The locker room feels it. You talk to the veterans, they're watching closely. Not because they don't believe, but because they've seen enough to know how belief works. It doesn't come from hype videos. It comes from grit that shows up every day. And from a quarterback who doesn't just execute, but directs. There's a difference. This year, This is the show me season. No more injury protection plans. No more narratives about potential. Either he holds it down, or the questions come back louder. The noise never really goes away. It just waits.